All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and our home team. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 58 for Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 23-yard line.
Come on, set. 8, read. Hey, dude. Go. 58, Mike. Here we go.
2nd and 11. And right away, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 13 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, let's go. Greystone, travel. Kill. Hey, seam 6. Well, 58's the mic. You got nothing today. 5.
2nd and 9 now. Airing it out deep for Smith. It got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wolf. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
first and 10. Wolf. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Complete. Smith has it. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
60 Pittsburgh. Blue draw perfect.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short game. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rush would just tee off.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 19th touchdown now on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Lutt's good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Carr going to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
7:34. Watch out. Raider 1. Shit. Get down. 56. Check. White Monday. Check.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Exposed. 27 Mike 27. Hey, come on, no. Mike's 47. We're doing it.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Push him back. Yeah. Hey, Alpha.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one complete to Smith. 10 yards, good for his Saints. 1st down.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, New Orleans.
Down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. looking to throw. Wolf out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
18 Gators.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wolf is going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey.
58, come on. 58, come on. Get this worm on. 58 to Mike, 58.
Hey, exit. Pilot, 64, 5.
Throwing again. Wolf. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here we go. Chance.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, orbit.
58, boy, 58, Mike.
Snap.
On first down, Wolf. It's caught. Smith. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Mike, 58, right there. First down. I'm coming.
Hey, Delta.
58, come on.
Throwing on first down. Wolf. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
6-6, bullet high.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Watch the ship.
Kamara. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of your playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Come on, let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distance.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a first carry for their fullback. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing on first down is Carr. He's going to fire one, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
Check 52. Bang, 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 bang. 808.
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hatchet, hatchet. Check 43.
Express.
47's the mic.
Raider 1.
It's the mic. Hey, watch the slap.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
57's the mic.
To throw on third down. Carr. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
734. Check. Protein spill.
You got tight.
Here's Jacobs. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
93.
One more time with Jacobs. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. McManus able to put it through. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, Zoo.
Out of the gun. Hill. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Second and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gator.
56. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Go.
I got what you meant. Me. I got it.
On second down, Kamara. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a man who began with the Raiders, it's Latavius Murray. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They go with Murray again. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. The 10th carry for Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Hey, Echo.
58, boys, 58. 58, it's Mike.
They'll try to right side with Murray. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. McManus's point after is good, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throwing to start the drive. Wolf, he gets it complete to Harris. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down New Orleans. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wolf, and this is Cook with a grab. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Kamara. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the gun on third down. Wolf able to find Harris, complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they're down to the 29-yard line.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. It's been a long day for you. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
From the gun, Wolf. He's got Smith here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. It's brought in by Harris. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And again, it's Hill. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Josh Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Get that ball. Check. White. Check 3. He's coming. We got double up.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Express! Hey, Wahoo! 6-18!
56 is the mic.
Carr now on first down. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll try and run with their fullback. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? keep going, knowing that you may pop one as he just did there.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. He's coming. Double up, double up.
Running the jet sweep with Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Under team.
Kill. White Monday down. 29. 29. That's it.
On 2nd and 12, Carr, he'll run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Undercrush.
To throw again. Wolf. That'll be complete to Cook. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. Back to throw. Wolf, that's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now this throw caught left side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to find Keith Kirkwood that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Down, 90 Wolf.
Blue down. Watch the eye.
22 jet bomber. Hey, Charlie. Steve Griffin.
Throwing again. Wolf. This is caught. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Wolf. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Hey, high 7.
On third down, Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Returnable for Thomas. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Wolf. Open man is Michael Thomas. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the home team here, they've indeed run the table here on the regular.